Hello, welcome to my presentation about Bleach and the greatness that is the anime Bleach. You might be wondering, what am I doing with my general appearance? Well, clearly it's because I like the show, and also the manga by extension. And I just so happen to be a pretty big fan, and thus have the costume for one of the characters. This here is Hollow Ichigo. This has seen conventions. I've taken this getup to SakuraCon in Seattle. I have been places with this. Matter of fact, as evidence, here is my Zangetsu. Okay? And you see this right here? Richard Epcar signed this. Richard Epcar, the voice of the English dub of Zangetsu, signed my Zangetsu. I was dedicated. I went to SakuraCon just so I could get his signature on my sword. It usually hangs up on the wall right there. But today I took it off. Now normally this resides on the back. Kind of like... hold on. My orientation. Okay, there we go. Over the right shoulder. And then... It's not easy. Hold on, this has to go over the right. This goes over the right shoulder. And then like... So we're going like this. And then like that. And then like... There we go. And then you take this and just kind of cover it up like that. There you go. There's the sword. Now I am fully in character. I am fully in costume. And we'll continue the presentation like this because I don't feel like taking this sword off again. To show you how dedicated of a fan I am, here's another sword. Now granted, the hilt is wrong. And it doesn't have the chain sticking out of the end. And the silver here should be a smoked black. So it's not accurate. But this is roughly his normal Bankai sword. You might be asking who I refer to. I'm referring to Mr. Ichigo Kurosaki, the main character himself. Matter of fact, this guy right here. He is the main character. If you don't know about Ichigo Kurosaki, I contend he is one of the most powerful characters in anime. If you disagree with me, might I remind you that he once broke the physical barriers of hell simply by powering up. He could have destroyed all of reality had he actually tried. He controlled all of hell because he could. Okay, this is the character in his normal base form. This is the character in his hollowified form, if you will. If you don't know what that means, you're unfamiliar with Bleach. A hollow is, well, okay, let me give you a short summary of the show. Ichigo is what's called a substitute Soul Reaper. A Soul Reaper in traditional Japanese culture is essentially like the Grim Reaper in American culture. They basically serve the same function, essentially. And so there's a place called the Soul Society, which is basically heaven. But souls that don't pass on over time, they essentially turn into monsters called hollows, where there's going to be a hole in their chest because they have no soul anymore. Their soul is basically gone, essentially. And this character can essentially turn into one of those guys. Because, spoiler alert, if you're a fan of Bleach and haven't made it to the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, I'll wave like this again when it's safe to re-enter. But spoiler alert, his father was a Soul Reaper, his mother was a Quincy, and his Quincy mother was infected by a Hollow. Thus, he contains DNA for all three. Thus, he is one of the most powerful characters in the whole Bleach mythos. If you don't know what a Quincy is, Quincy, think of it as like if you took a Green Arrow from DC and then took magic, reishi, energy, powers, and slapped it on there. I'm not doing the description justice, but yeah. Anyways, so that's how you get this form, and then he has a Bunkai form, like his second form, which is this form right here. I have a bunch of accessories for the action figure. That's this form. Currently, I have his partially hollowified head. His hair. Hold on. I'll fix it. I'll put your hair back on. There we go. And then when it becomes fully or hollowified, it becomes all white. And then he has different forms, different looks. For example, he has his Vasto Lorde form, large horns. We'll touch on that later. And his final Zangetsu form, where he can destroy all, he can just, there's a lot of forms. We'll get into that later in the presentation. Here's some Funko Pops, some representation of what I mean. The sword. This is Grimjow. He's a hollow. You can tell. Specifically, he's an Arankar. He is part of a group led by a traitor Soul Reaper that became essentially king of the Hollows. This guy is a part of that group. And then this is what I was referring to. This is Vasto Lorde Ichigo. This form, by simply powering up into this form, was able to break the barrier between hell and the world of the living and almost destroyed all of reality simply by powering up into this form. He is OP. Okay, there you go. There's that. And to further showcase that I am a dedicated fan, okay, we even have this case of DVDs here. And if I open up this case of DVDs, and we flip towards the rear-ish. Here we go. You'll see some DVDs, okay? Here are the first three. Here's some more. Okay, this is the first 3 seasons, as you can see, 3 discs. They are reproductions. But, these are a collection. Going through the first, basically, couple arcs, if you will, and the first few episodes of the first filler arc. Filler arc refers to anime episodes that were not in the original manga. Basically, here you have goes from the very first episode and the beginning arc. Then you got the Soul Society arc. And then the first few episodes of the About arc. All on my DVDs right here. So, there you go. That should show you I'm a very dedicated fan. Put this off to the side so I can continue my presentation. You know what, I'll zip that back up later. Okay, so I do have a set of requirements I gotta hit in this presentation. Okay, there we go. Why did you choose this film/anime? I don't think I need to answer that question. It should be quite obvious. What is the basic outline for the narrative of this film/anime? Like I explained, very horribly. Okay. Ichigo, again, this guy, he's the main character. Ichigo, he's a high school senior. He's like 17-ish. Honestly, with how much time passes in the show, I don't feel like he's a 17-year-old anymore. But they don't address it directly. So we'll just say he's a young adult. But anyways, at least at the beginning of the show, he's supposed to be about 17. And his face is a little more rounded at the beginning. Actually, his face does he does actually age a little bit in the show. So yeah, we'll say by the end he's probably a young adult in his like 20s or something. I mean, but anyways, he's a high schooler who can see ghosts. And one day, there's a character called Rukia. Let me show you. Okay. Do this real quick here. Let's get a good image. Here, we'll show this image. Why not? It's the first one. Open image, a new tab. This character right here. This is Rukia. Okay? And one day, Rukia shows up to Ichigo's home, where his father runs a kind of like a drugstore, a medicinal clinic, and she's injured. She's trying to fight one of those hollows I mentioned. Matter of fact, I could probably search up an image of the scene that I'm talking about. Hold on. Bear with me. Oh wait, is this the manga page? Oh yeah, okay. Here's the manga page. I'll just show you the exact page I'm referring to in the manga. Okay, you know what? It's close enough. Here's the exact page. This is what I'm referring to. You can see Ichigo's in his high school uniform. Okay, you can see the hollow here. And this is Rukia fighting off the hollow. She gets gravely injured and has to transfer her powers to Ichigo in order to fight off said hollow. As we later come to find out, she did not transfer her powers. She merely unlocked his latent abilities due to the fact that his father was a Soul Reaper. Again, I explained what Soul Reaper was. His mother was a Quincy. Matter of fact, let me show you what I mean. We'll show you a Quincy. You know what? Oh, wait, here we go. There's a whole entire arc in the anime dedicated to the Quincy's. Let me show you what they look like. These are the Quincy's. Okay. Some of them don't use bows and arrows. You know, like for example, Asnot. He's basically kind of like Scarecrow from Batman mythos. She turns people into zombies. She likes to do things in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. He plays with fire. He's Yuhawa, who also looks like Zangetsu, old man Zangetsu, who is who is Ichigo's sword. Here, here we go. That right there is old man Zangetsu. You can see he looks kind of the same. You can see even that right there. And you can see what I mean by Hollow Ichigo. He's not wearing a mask in this particular image, but he does sometimes wear this mask. But anyways, Ichigo's mother was a Quincy. And she was bitten by a hollow. And thus unlocked his abilities. And he now substituted for Rukia in her duties as a Soul Reaper in his hometown. That is how the show begins. And the first arc is essentially her kind of getting him knowledgeable about the world, her job, training him, etc. That's kind of how it starts. Now you might be wondering who Zangetsu is. Well, the thing in traditional Japanese society is everything has a soul, including the swords. The swords are almost like their own spirit in a way. So essentially, Zangetsu is his sword. This guy right here. However, because Ichigo hadn't yet fully unlocked his abilities, mastered his abilities, what he thought was Zangetsu, this guy, was actually just his Quincy abilities manifesting themselves to appear as if he was Zangetsu, which again, the name of the sword. He is not the true Zangetsu. As a matter of fact, the true Zangetsu is actually what happens when you get him merged with him. Combined, they are the true Zangetsu. And they are the true spirits within his sword. Because he has DNA from 3 different species, if you will. That's why he has multiple spirits within himself and his sword. So that's what I mean when I refer to that. So anyways, that's the basic premise of how the show begins. And then eventually he becomes basically like their savior, the Soul Society, because the Soul Society comes under attack like every other week. And each time it's its own arc. For example, let me show you the main baddie. Here he is right here. This is Aizen, okay? He's also one of the most powerful characters in all of anime. Come at me. He's like the main bad. He used to be a Soul Reaper himself. This is basically the uniform of all the captains of the various squads of Soul Reapers. He conducted illegal experiments. He was basically a mad scientist, okay? And very deceiving, because you wouldn't think a guy that looks like this would also be a guy that looks like this. I mean, that just looks like a bad guy. That looks like the scientist guy in the science division. He wasn't part of the science division, but he was a scientist guy. Anyways, he basically tries to overthrow Soul Society's rule and essentially betrays them. Becomes, king of the Hollows and all that. Let me even show you his people. This thing is falling off. Hey, you don't get to fall off. You don't get to fall off. Okay. Now where are the? I need the top 10. Where's his? Oh wait, hold on. I gotta type in very specific word. There we go. Espada. The Irankars were the group that he led in general. The Espada were his top 10. Let's see if there's a... Oh, here's a group shot. This is more than 10. He's got a couple of his subordinates that weren't Espada. But close enough. Anyways. These guys right here. You can see Grimjow right there. That's Ukiura. Ukiura was the guy that fought Ichigo during this Fausto Lorde form right here. Ukiura, very powerful character. You got. I could continue listing characters, but anyways, that's the group that the main bad Aizen led. Okay. They live in a place called Hueco Mundo. That was basically the whole entire third arc. I'm not counting the filler arcs. I'm disregarding those. So basically, the whole entire third arc was essentially them. By them, I mean the Soul Reapers, led by Ichigo, essentially, I guess, invading in a way Hueco Mundo to try and destroy Aizen and the Irankar threat that is threatening to overthrow Soul Society and destroy it and whatnot. That's the third arc, and the fourth arc is basically like the third arc part 2, but officially it's considered a different arc. The fake Karakura town arc, where they create a fake version of Ichigo's hometown, then they fight, and apparently that's considered its own arc. I mean, I didn't decide that. I would have just called it the same arc, because it basically was. But it was then Ichigo turns into here. This is a good shot. Let's make this shot better. Let's make this. Okay, you know what? You'll just have to look at it like this. This is Ichigo, same character from before. He is now in his final form. This is called Final Zangetsu. This is how he defeats Aizen, by powering up into this form. Well, first he has to learn how to do it. He enters a time zone dilated place where time is basically irrelevant. So he spends years, technically, learning how to power up into this guy in order to defeat Aizen. You might be wondering when he turns into his Vasto Lorde form. Since I have a Funko Pop of that, let me show you. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at this beauty. Look at this. Still the same dude. I know he probably looks like the villain, but nope, that's the hero. That's the good guy. That's the good guy. Let me see if there's a shot of him inside of Hell. Foster Lorde. Hell. Let's see here. Is there a shot of him as he's... Well, I mean... This is him inside of Hell. Right here. I don't know if there's a shot. It'll probably take a little bit to find the shot of him actually destroying Hell. But anyways, point being. Very powerful form. Very powerful form. He turns into that form when he fights that Ukiura dude in Hueco Mundo, when they're basically going to, kill him, I guess, to neutralize the threat. And then eventually, they escape to the fake Karakura town, and that's where Final Zangetsu happens. And then, the following arc, you have Ichigo now depowered because in order to turn into Final Zangetsu, he had to use up all his energy. And now he is depowered. He no longer has his abilities. So he has to relearn them from scratch. So, let me see if I can find that form here. Let's see. Will it show me said form? I don't know if it'll show me said form that easily. Let's see. Bear with me. Let's see here. Ichigo, depower. I will show you what I mean. There will be photos involved. Why is it not? It's not coming up. Does Google not recognize the form? Hold on. Maybe I just got, let's see. Let's see. Is this it? Why is it not coming up? Why is it not? Let's see. Where? Oh, hold on. Should go. Maybe I gotta find the right keywords. Gotta find the right keywords. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Alright, finally. Alright, I found it. Okay. So, he depowers and has to relearn his abilities. And essentially, this is what he's able to do in the meantime with what little abilities he's able to regain. And then eventually, through lots of hard training, this is a whole arc, okay? This is called the Full Brain arc because there's a group of people in Bleach who aren't Soul Reapers. Well, some of them are. But most of them aren't. And their whole shtick is that they're able to manifest basically certain weapons and abilities without, being dead. The most famous one is one of Ichigo's main sidekicks, Chad. Yes, his name is Chad. Oh, here he is right here. This here is Chad. He's Brazilian. And yes, he is Brazilian. For some odd reason, in the live-action Netflix movie, they made him Japanese. No idea why. Also, if you're looking Bleach up online, we don't talk about the movie. There was no movie, okay? We don't talk about that. Because that sucked. Anyways, that's Chad. But his whole shtick is he's able to manifest certain weapons and stuff like that. And various abilities. Ichigo essentially had to turn into one of those guys. And then he's able to regain his abilities. And those Quincy's that I showed you earlier, well, they're a separate group, okay. And Manny about 1,000 years ago, they fought the Soul Reapers, and they lost. Well, now they're back for revenge, and now their goal is to destroy the Soul Society. And so that's the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, which is currently being done in the anime. Obviously, finished a long time ago in the manga. The manga is supposed to have an arc soon, even though the 1,000-Year Blood War arc was supposed to be the last arc. It's supposed to come out with at least a new short story soon, set in hell, but haven't reached that point in the anime. There are 4 anime filler movies. The 4th one is the one set in hell. Bleach, Hellverse, it's called. And that kind of gives you the overview of the various arcs and whatnot. So that is the basic outline for the narrative of the film. Who are the main characters? I've already described some of the main characters. You got Ichigo, you got Rukia. Chad is one of his main sidekicks. He's in a lot of the episodes. You have Uryu. Let me show you Uryu. Again, you have Zangetsu, which is technically part of Ichigo, so, you know, because it's the spirit of his sword. You have this guy, Uryu Ishida. He's a Quincy. He's the reason I made that kind of Green Arrow comparison, because he uses a lot of bows and arrows. He's also one of Ichigo's main sidekicks until the final arc, and then he's a turncoat. But you know, we get to that later. You also have Ichigo's love interest, because of course he has to have a love interest. Let me type in her name. Oh, no, not the fan art. Not the fan art. No, not the fan art. Not the fan art. No, we don't talk about that. No, focus. No, we're not going to show. No, we're not going to show her in that dress, okay? It's a female in anime. People have made certain images, if you know what I mean. I think you can see why. Anyway, she's Ichigo's main love interest. She also has abilities. She's a healer. She has healing abilities. Those abilities come out of her hairpin, because it's anime. So, the character's hairpin has latent abilities. Anyways, yeah. She's also a main character. She's one of Ichigo's sidekicks. Also the mother of his children. Later on, in the final arc, she's the mother of his children. Okay, that comes later on. Anyways, yeah. Oh, you also have Renji. Let me show you Renji. This is Renji. He is a childhood friend of Rukia, so he shows up a lot of the time. He is a major part of the first couple arcs. Not so much the later arcs, mainly because they focus on topics that don't really involve him. But at least in the early first 2-3 arcs, he's one of the main characters. Oh yeah. Here's a bit with him and Rukia. Yeah, you can see what I mean. Anyways, really cool character. He's got some tattoos. Really cool character. And then you have, like I said, the Soul Reapers are broken up into squads. The 10 court guard squads. And so their captains and lieutenants do make some regular appearances. So let me show you the captains. Oh, here they are. The lineup of captains changes over the course of the show because of people dying or people, betraying other people or killing a lot of the captains. So here is a shot. This would be from the very beginning of the show, back when the main bad guy, Aizen, was still with them. Lots of cool characters. The character in the very middle, he's Old Man Yamamoto. He's one of the most powerful characters with various fire abilities and whatnot. Then you also have their lieutenants. Come on. Let's see. This would be. Trying to see here which version of the lineup this is. This is one of them. Again, as the captains change, the lieutenants change too. But this is one of them. This is one of the lineups of the lieutenants. You can see Renji is he's in up here. One of the more famous lieutenants due to some physical reasons is I'll show you her image. It's anime. I mean, what you gonna do, huh? No, not those images. No, not those images. Okay, people, not those images. Yes, they make jokes about the stuff. No, not those images. Not these one. These ones over here. This one's a relatively safe one. Okay, this is a shot of her from the anime. You can. It's anime. Unfortunately, people make I don't think I need to further explain. She's a quite popular character for obvious reasons. She shows up a lot too. Anyways, those are some of the main characters. In terms of what special characteristics, powers, strengths, and qualities do these characters have, I've kind of partially already explained that. Particularly with Ichigo. Very, very powerful character. Like I said, powerful enough to control hell, destroy reality. I don't think Goku's doing that. Qualities. He's a very selfless character. A lot of times he fights for the Soul Society, despite the fact that, well, he's not dead. So he's not an official member of the Soul Society. So he doesn't actually have to fight half the time, but he does. Because if Soul Society falls, all of reality falls. And he's one of the most powerful characters in the anime. So a lot of the time, if he doesn't do it, nobody will. And on occasion, they'll even call him up. There's phones. And they'll be like, "Hey, we're under attack again. Can you help us out, please? Thank you. Oh, you'll be here soon? Thank you very much." Yeah, there's a sky beam coming down from the heavens. I know we are the heavens, but there's a taller version. There's sweat inside here. I was wondering what was running down my face. Anyways. Yeah, sometimes I'll call him up, and he'll protect all of reality. So that's a certain quality he has. He's a very selfless character. He'll do things for the greater good, even if it serves no personal benefit to him whatsoever. But also because he's made friends. So, if it affects those friends, it in essence affects him. And whatnot. So, that's the main character. I think I've explained him enough. What special topics interest you about this anime? I mean, it's cool. This anime was one of my father's favorite animes. And growing up, my father kind of copy-pasted a lot of what he watched. A lot, his parts of his personality, 90%, over to me. So I ended up falling, I guess, if you will, in love with it, or what have you. And so that's kind of I guess, what caused me to begin to be interested in it. And then I stuck around because I like the story, I like the characters, I especially like the action. Matter of fact, my personal favorite fight in all of anime was in this show. Let me show you what I mean. Bear with me here as I type it up. As a matter of fact, I haven't even showed you. You don't want to know something? Why I'm so dedicated? I got carpet. And I'm wearing traditional. I'm wearing. I guess I just have to. I'm wearing flip flops and traditional split toe socks. And you can't even see that on camera, and I'm still doing it. I'm dedicated, yo. Okay. Let's see here. Bleach, Bastalorde, Ichigo versus Ukiura. Oh, there's a little bit of sweat that got on my laptop. Okay. Let's see here. No. We're gonna... let's see here. We're gonna... Oh, okay, here. I got the sound off. I want to make sure we're in a good spot to start you off. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta go back a little bit. Okay. Let me show you the best fight in anime history, in my opinion. Hold on. Let me make sure my sound's turned up all the way. Oh, it is. Okay. Maybe the audio won't be as good because, you know, it's not on screen, but here you go. You'll just have to boost the sound.
The only reason I continue to fight is because I have to win. Have it your way.
This is 6 minutes long. Just fast forward 6 minutes if you need to. Oh no! Ichigo's dead. He's been murdered. He's lost.
It's useless. You should save your energy. Forgive him. Leave Reagan!
Of course, the sidekicks aren't too happy about that. But here's the thing. Ichigo can destroy all of reality. He ain't going down that easily. Just gotta give it a moment. Shock value.
Where is he? Damn it! Oh! You're merely human, and that seems to limit your capabilities. Is this supposed to harm me?
She's trying to revive Ichigo's lifeless body. It's not working.
There's nothing to worry about. I'm gonna stay in this fight no matter what.
What should I do? Help me, Ichigo!
See? Her hair clips contain power. Also, the soundtrack is one of the best in all of music history.
I will protect you!
You should listen to the soundtrack sometime. Oh, here he is. He's powering up. There he is.
What is that for? Who are you?
This video cuts around it a little bit, but you should still get the full gist.
He may resemble a hollow, but he can't have the powers.
By the way, that's Ukiura. That's the guy I mentioned earlier.
My attack, it's in my ability to regenerate. I don't know how you took on that form, but it won't be enough of an advantage. Lanza del Relámpago.
The explosion is very powerful. I wonder what Ichigo's going to do about that.
I'll try again. What? Nice try. Impossible.
No, he can break reality. He can hold that thing and destroy the nuclear boom.
It's completely ludicrous.
Point blank shot.
I should have known there'd be no mercy. So typical of a hollow. Do it.
And he does it.
Stop, Ichigo. It's over. Didn't you hear me? You've won. You have to stop now. I must. I will protect her.
I chose to come to Hueco Mundo. I did this so I could protect Ichigo from getting hurt. Ichigo, don't do this!
That's his only weakness. You cut the horns, and he depowers.
Ichigo! Don't leave me, Ichigo! I need you!
My arms, legs, and torso are regenerating.
Not quite.
I'm still alive. Wait a minute. Didn't I?
And that's how he becomes alive again.
I see you finally snapped out of it. Let's finish this battle now. I'm fine with it. If that is what you want.
Don't worry, Ukiura dies. Spoiler alert.
So this is how it ends.
That's the end of the fight. Best fight in anime history, in my opinion. Again, it cuts this particular example cuts it up a little bit. Look up the full uncut version on your own time. There is an abridged version that you can watch. It's from the beginning of the fourth movie, Bleach Hellverse. They do show an abridged version of the fight at the beginning of the movie with slightly different animation. So if you want the abridged version, there's that. If you want the full context, look it up. There you go. But as you can see, I like Ichigo's will, his ability to overcome adversity. Even in death, he's able to overcome death. He was dead, and he came back to life. Also, he could protect the people he cared about. You can't kill the dude. You just can't. You just saw it. You can kill him, but he's just going to come back to life like 2 seconds later. So that's one of the reasons why that's a special thing that interests me about the anime. And one of the defining characteristics of the anime is that a lot of the characters, they're very selfless. They're a selfless bunch, and what they do is for the greater good. Now, there are some that are a little selfish, a little cocky, you know. It's a very diverse cast, and diverse in many ways. I mean, you got Latin American characters, you got women that are just as powerful as men. You got black, white, Hispanic, Japanese. Every thing you can imagine. You even have non-binary and trans characters, actually. There's at least one. There's at least one that I can think of right off the top of my head that is indeed that. But anyways, yeah, so whatever person that you want to see represented in anime and still be a badass, powerful anime character, this show has. And that's one of the things that I really like about this show, is that it shows everybody from every walk of life, mentally, physically, appearance-wise, and it shows them in a good, powerful light if, you know, the character's deserving of it, if the character's written. Because if you know, if they're an asshole, then yeah, you want the character to die. But still, they still put up a good fight. Nobody just goes down one hit. You know, it's not just a bunch of one-punch men, one-punches. You know, some characters get owned, so to speak, but still, it's very well thought out characterization, and that's one of the reasons why I like the anime. What is culturally unique about this film / anime? You don't see this kind of stuff in Western media. Okay, I think of the Grim Reaper, but a whole society of Grim Reapers that fight for the greater good of all souls. If you have a soul. If you don't have a soul, then, you know, well, you're technically already dead, but like, more dead, so to speak. If that makes sense. Because you can still technically die, even if you're a Soul Reaper. It just means that you're, like, more dead, and that your soul disintegrates, and all that stuff. But yeah. As long as your soul is intact, you can still technically come back as a Soul Reaper. Assuming you're good. You know, if you committed sin, then you're going to hell. But yeah, that is a very culturally unique thing, is that it includes a lot of traditional Japanese folklore within the show, which isn't something you see in a lot of Western media. So that's something pretty unique, especially about this anime. And the fact that it's set in the real world, to a certain extent. What contributions has this anime made to the anime world? If I look up anime, the big three, you can see right here. Anime, the big three. You have One Piece. Everybody knows One Piece, right? It's One Piece. You have Naruto. Everybody knows Naruto. And you have Bleach. Now, you might be wondering, why is, if you don't know anime, you might be wondering, why is Dragon Ball not part of that? Well, because Dragon Ball was a little bit ahead of this. Dragon Ball debuted in the 90s. Let me look up. Dragon Ball, no, not Caps Lock. Dragon Ball debut. When did it? February 26, 1986. I was wrong. That's why Dragon Ball isn't considered part of the big three, because it's a bit older. It's still popular, but it's not the big three of the 2000s. The big three, as you can see here, the Google definition, the big three was a term used to describe the three most popular running series during their golden age in Jump. Jump is the publishing company for their manga. Shonen Jump is the full name. These were their three most popular properties that they had, which all obviously got turned into anime. All three series got their common title due to their worldwide popularity and length. One Piece is has been running for a very long time. Let me look up the episode count. One Piece episode count. 1,096 episodes of One Piece. Very long. Very long. 13 TV specials. 15 movies. Those are going to be like direct-to-video movies. Okay, let's see here. One Piece. When did it start? When did it debut? It was... It doesn't say, but it was in 2000, point being. Anyways. Naruto. Episode count. 720. And Bleach. Bleach actually had the least amount. This hasn't been updated with the last two seasons. Okay, so before the most two recent seasons, 366. So after the most recent, it's like almost 400. A lot of episodes. For comparison, let me look up a Western cartoon. As of November 23rd, 2023, SpongeBob, which debuted in September 1999, before these guys, has 299 episodes. Bleach has had more. You need another example? How about... Okay, Simpsons, 760. But it debuted in 1989. So, you take that into account, and the fact that actually Bleach anime was gone for 10 years, about 10 years, at one point, between the two most recent seasons, which were the revival and the original run of the show. So, in essence, they had around half the episodes, roughly, in about, well, let's see here. That would be about what? Less than half the time? Yeah, quick math. Point being, they're about on par. Let's look up another long-running American cartoon. Family Guy, 418 episodes, and it debuted, when did it debut? When did that debut? 1999. Okay? So that should go to show you, so that should go to show you how long and how culturally significant the cartoon was, the anime, that was able to run for that long and that many episodes. SpongeBob, 1999, still doesn't have as many episodes as Bleach. What are we doing, SpongeBob? But anyways, so those are some of the contributions that this anime has made to the anime world. It's made it more mainstream. It's made it more popular. It's one of the biggest anime there is out there. If you look at the ratings, okay, of the recent revival, Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War. Look at the ratings. Let's see. Let me look at the ratings. What are the ratings? Okay. On Google, 4.8 stars, 9 out of 10 on IMDb, 88% Rotten Tomatoes, 3 out of 5 Common Sense Media. If you look at one of the other most popular anime that's come out recently, Chainsaw Man, okay? Chainsaw Man. About the same ratings. Now, compare that to, let's go with Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball ratings. Let's go with, let's see here. Okay, well this is Dragon Ball Z. So this would be one of the original. Look at that. This about the same rating. It is as popular as Dragon Ball. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. So basically, what contributions has it made to the anime world? It has revitalized the anime world and is one of the most popular anime of all time. The numbers don't lie. Who are the creators of this? Oh yeah, I didn't show you the creator. His name is Tite Kubo. Let me show you an image of Tite Kubo. You know what? This is a good image. Here he is right here. Now you might be wondering why there was a 10-year gap in the anime. That's because the anime was produced faster than the manga, so there's some filler arcs, and eventually the manga finished because Tite Kubo unfortunately ran into some health issues, and he only recently has started working on Bleach again. So that's why they're just now recently making more of the anime as a result. So, yeah, but anyways, that's the creator, Tite Kubo. Let me show you some of his other works. Tite Kubo. Let's see if there's a list of his works here. Okay, here we go. So, he primarily worked on Bleach, as you can see here. This is the Wikipedia page. He has done Burn the Witch. If you don't know what Burn the Witch, that's a separate project that he's trying to shoehorn into the world of Bleach. Nobody likes that, but you know that's another story for another day. And Zombie Powder. Nobody's heard of that one. He's also done some one-shots, so like kind of one-off mangas. Burn the Witch is, well, it was one of them, so he did more. A bunch of Bleach one-shots, and also video games. He's done two video games right there. There's his professional works that he's done. What aspects of Japanese are important to understand regarding this film/anime? I think I partially explained it already, but basically speaking, this shows a lot of traditional Japanese culture in regards to the afterlife. So, essentially, by understanding the concept of what it means to die and be born amongst the people of Japan, you will have a greater appreciation of this show. Where can you watch this anime? Hulu or Disney Plus, depending on the country you live in. Currently, Disney actually recently bought the rights, so that's why it's on Hulu, or Disney Plus, or whatever Disney Plus is called in your country. In America, it's Hulu, but Hulu's also now on Disney Plus, so you got that. The point being is that that's currently where you can watch it. Or you can buy some DVDs like I did for the first bit. Actually, I didn't buy them. They were a gift from my father. But you get the point. Anyways, there you go. That's where you can watch the anime. Hopefully, I answered all your questions. I have a series of questions here that I was supposed to answer. Hopefully, Mr. Professor, if you're watching this, because this was for a class assignment, in case anybody who's not Mr. Professor Man is watching this. I don't know if anybody besides Mr. Professor Man is going to watch this. But Mr. Professor Man, if you're watching this, yes, fourth wall break. Well, it's not fourth wall break, is it? Anyways, you get the point. Hopefully I answered all your questions. If I could get an A+, please, that'd be great. Because this has gone on for 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 37 seconds. Or at least, in terms of the count timer thing at the top. I mean, maybe the run time's a little bit different if I cut some stuff. I might, you know what? I might just post a raw file and not cut it at all. Just because I also have some other final projects to work on, so I might just simply, because an hour's worth of footage, I don't know if I'm gonna, I don't know if I want to sit for an hour and watch this when I have other assignments to do. So I'll put the burden on you, Mr. Professor. You can't tell, but I'm smiling behind this mask. Anyways, for those of you who are not Mr. Professor Man, thank you for watching this presentation. You know, I'm probably going to put this up on YouTube at some point. At some point. We'll see. If you're watching this on the Mustang Fan 13 channel, then yay! Because that channel got shut down from December 2023. It is currently March 2024, and it's still not back yet. I've been trying to get it back. TBD. TBD. I'll explain in another video, either released before or after this one, all that, if it's on the Mustang Fan 13. If not, then you're watching this on the AI Fan 13. That's what that logo at the top of the banner of my channel is, where it says Mustang Fan 13. But if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos like this one. I'm not gonna make more videos like this one in this specific style, but like essays in general or like presentations, yeah, sure. But yeah, please if you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos like this one. As always, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of the day, and adios. Live long, prosper, all that jazz, and Yep. Where's my hand? Oh, the handle's over here. Ah. Thumbnail shot. Yeah. Live long, prosper, all that jazz. Go watch the anime. It's pretty good. I'm very passionate. If you couldn't tell already. Goodbye. Hello again. Also, I forgot to show that I was wearing this shirt underneath the whole time. It was a very good shirt. I picked this up at SakuraCon. Here's a better shot of this. Okay, there you go. And also, this is my official karate gear. Because I am a trained martial artist. I actually am a full Shodan in Shotokan Karate Do. I achieved that when I was 17. 17 is when I got that. I got it pre-pandemic. It was, I want to say 2019 is when I got that. So, yeah. And then coming to college, I haven't had the time to continue with my training, so it's been a good number of years, but since that. But I still have all the gear, so yeah. There's that. Anyways, end the video.